We got Ripple on the table today. Hey guys, my name is Mike or Kubera. Welcome to the channel. And Ripple has been going up quite a bit. It's at 6,500 Satoshis right now. Pretty much on CoinMarketCap, they're saying over 50% gains in 24 hours. So for any day traders who bought XRP, which I actually know one in real life, someone bought XRP and then boom, it went up 50%. Well, hey, hopefully they sold. I don't know whether they did. Sometimes greed gets the best of us, but anyways, so this is actually nothing to get excited about, because if you look at the long term, then you see, oh, yeah, okay, so really it's just kind of rising back up. Although recently we're getting some good patterns, because it finally broke out and like, yay, because I didn't even realize how bad it got. I thought it was bad at like 6,500 or 7,000 or 8,000 Satoshis, but I wasn't even monitoring it. However, it went down to 3,000. The 3,000 Satoshi range, which is horrible when you look at springtime when it was at 21,000, approaching 22,000 Satoshis, and everybody's like, oh yeah, it's gonna hit 30,000 and 40,000, yeah. And now it's like 1/10 of those well, it was 1/10 of those predictions. It is on the rise again, and there's nothing bad about Ripple. However, you guys should realize what's going on behind the scenes here. This is actually similar to another video that I made earlier this week about how Korea is opening up and, you know, they're an explosive market. Asia in general loves cryptocurrencies, especially China and then Japan, India. But now we got Korea on the scene. And if you look at where most of the volume is coming from, more than 3/4 of the volume for Ripple over the past 24 hours is from 3 Korean markets, which is interesting to look at. It's kind of fascinating how it's straight from Ripple into Korean instead of Bitcoin. But still, anyways, so we got another exchange, BitHump, which we were talking about earlier, for Monero rising up. Monero is doing pretty well, you know, it was approaching nearly $100, and now Ripple's kind of going up quite a bit. People are excited due to Ripple's tweets, which I guess is fine, but with Ripple, you have to remember 2 things. XRP and the company itself are, I mean, they're similar, but they're 2 different entities. So the company is doing great things. They're getting more banks involved, a lot of exciting updates. But just because there's an update with the company doesn't mean that the price of XRP will reflect, and it's the same way. However, you know, eventually, yes, once there's enough stuff going off over here, it will move over. Hopefully, there will be enough momentum for XRP to go up. However, the summer was a great example of the fact that Ripple was still doing a bunch of awesome stuff, but the price kept falling and falling and falling because the whales already were like, whatever, we made our money, so see ya, kids. That's why you see this, which is kind of insane to look at. It's just like, boom, it spiked all the way up and then it crashed. And with Ripple, and pretty much any cryptocurrency out there, it's interesting how when you go to the subreddits, when you go to forum sections, when you go to all this stuff, it's kind of like there's a bunch of hype and everyone's like, yeah, you should be totally holding because we're going to reach like $1, even though it's still quite a fair bit away. And like, we're going to reach these awesome, crazy numbers, and it's just pumping, pump, all the way up. And you have to realize that most of these people making these posts are extremely biased because A, they obviously have some, and B, they want it to go up so they make profit. And, you know, if they get more people involved, there's more volume, there's more movement, the price will go up. But they don't realize that their one post isn't going to change anything. And if you are one of those investors who just based off 1 or 2 or multiple Reddit posts, usually what happens is an entire subreddit's hijacked sometimes by different individuals who are like, yeah, woo, we're finally going up, and then, you know, they're trying to raise the price a bit, and a newbie investor might see that, hey, the first 5 posts are all talking how Ripple's gonna hit like, let's say $5 without any explanation whatsoever of how it's gonna get there or what time frame or why they even chose that number. But you see multiple people saying it, and you're like, well, you know what, I'm not even going to do my research because it's one of the first results over there. So you get somebody who's not familiar with cryptocurrencies whatsoever, they invest a couple $1,000s, and in the grand scheme of things, it's nothing because Ripple, we're talking about billions and billions of dollars here. But, you know, it's interesting to just look at this stuff. So always remember, people are biased. It's funny. The way I think about it is the Poloniex troll box. If you're not familiar with what that is, it was removed because the people moderating the troll box and Poloniex needed to respond to support tickets, which they're still very slow at. Anyways, so the troll box was pretty much the epitome of the crypto world, where you go on Poloniex and there was this little chat box where everybody's freaking out. There's a bunch of FUD, FOMO, and everybody's like, I don't know what to do, I better invest in this, bye, 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 bye. And people were getting banned constantly because of spam. So, but I'm sure there was some people who were very observative, and they were able to make well-informed decisions off of certain posts, the gems in the rough out there. But most people probably were looking at that and were like, what is going on? That is very unprofessional. However, that's the crypto world. Some people are unprofessional about it, and the people who don't do their research start buying into stuff. Where Ripple, I think it has a bright future. However, it's not going to suddenly like skyrocket and hit like $5 tomorrow. Oh my goodness. There's people who are thinking it happens way too quickly. And yes, cryptos are extremely volatile, and Ripple has a lot of good things going for it, and they started posting some updates recently, which is great because they need to do more marketing, they need to do more PR, they need to get more banks involved and start talking with CEOs. And I love the interviews with Ripple's CEO. You know, he's able to get himself out there, because there's some CEOs of companies that don't want to have their faces up. But in today's time and age, like, that is extremely important, because then you get more confidence in the product or company or whatever you're investing in. And I just feel that if you're a CEO, you should probably be doing that. But pretty much what's going on with Ripple is that they started announcing on Twitter, like, there's going to be something crazy. It's going to involve banking and the blockchain. Really, it's probably just going to be a conference. And at the conference, they might have some awesome updates. But with people getting way too excited about this, just hold on to your pants. It's probably going to be, it's cool, it's okay, but it doesn't mean that it's all the way going to the moon. My favorite people are the guys who are like, we're going to the moon now, we're going to the moon, hodl everything you have, do not sell. And it's like, well, why are you saying that? You know, somebody who sees the potential value in something isn't going to sell anyways. And the people who want to sell, well, you can't really stop them. You don't have to be like an evangelist about this, because then it makes me question. Also, some people are saying the way that XRP is handling the marketing for this conference possibly is that they're maybe overhyping it, but I think it's good because it gets the word of mouth out there, and, you know, it gives them some time to work with here. I think other cryptocurrencies should learn at least a little bit from this, that, you know, marketing is nice, it's important. Like NEM, what are you doing? What are you doing? Where's the summer announcements, bruh? It's been, I'm not in NEM anymore, but it's funny to look at XRP, NEM, DGB, all these big boys, which over the summer had just this little bah. It's a correction. It's a market correction because it went up way too quickly, and the people who made profit sold their profit, bought their Lamborghinis, and were out while everyone else was stuck bag holding, and that's what you do in the crypto markets. Anyways, my name is Mike. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I do have something to ask of you guys. If you have any coins that are actually like not some random pump coins out there, any really good coins that I could talk about over, like, I mean top 50, and explain why. Don't just throw out a coin, explain why you would want me to talk about it. I might look into it. That's it. That's all I'm saying. I want to see your guys' opinions. I hate spam. I hate the guys who are throwing random coins. Listen, I'm never gonna look at that if you just throw me a random coin and that's it. Just like, yo, buy this. Like, no, you're deterring, you're pushing me away. But I'm curious, because now as we're getting into the bigger channel range, we're approaching 10,000 subscribers, I do want to talk more and more about these little altcoins and cryptocurrencies and try and look at some of the more complex aspects out there, so that, because right now the videos are a little bit simplified. And I also want to apologize that we've been uploading a little bit lazily. That's it. A little bit lazily. We haven't been live streaming as much, and that's because I've been trying to figure out the meaning of cryptocurrencies or life. No, but seriously, I realize I have to pick up my pace here. We gotta hustle. We gotta make that money, boys and gals. And I'm excited for that camera to come in. But till then, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. About Ripple, Last words here. Some people may think I don't believe in it. Others may be questioning what my motives are. Listen, I used to invest in Ripple. I think it's cool. I think it has a bright future. I think it will go up. But that's if they keep updating and doing their things. And we're talking about years and years here. And by up, I mean, could it hit $1? Maybe, yeah. It'd be awesome if it did. And maybe by like 2020 or 2021 or something like that. So with this, you seriously would have to just buy a bunch and then forget about it. Just don't look at it. Treat it the same like Bitcoin. Like, oh, okay, you bought some cool, whatever, or Ethereum, or one of those big boys. But that's up to you. If you want to make quick money, I wouldn't really look at XRP to make quick money off of, especially now when it kind of just had its little thing, because I feel like there's going to be some corrections pretty soon. But it's nice that it's back at 6,500. Like, gosh, some people definitely lost a lot of money when it was at 3,000. Some people, I'm pretty sure there was people who bought nearly at 22,000 and then held on to it at 3,000. That is almost all your money gone. Think about that. Anyways, bye. Thankfully, the weather's getting a little bit chilly. What is that? What is that? Never mind that. So you're able to dress up a little bit better, look like some crypto banker. Yeah.